Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger and I am coming at you with League of Legends, only this time it is not a jungle, it is not an unsung hero of the ARAM series. I'm actually playing Zilean mid. And I'm actually trying something a little different. I'm trying a strange little build. And I was not prepared in all due honesty because I chose Zilean early for a Kah'Zix. I prepared to go up against an AP mid, and I end up against an AD, and I actually have 0 bonus armor in this build. So I only have Zilean's basic armor, which, now I can't say this is going to be the most exciting game. I can't say this is definitely going to be an outstanding performance from me. I mean, I am playing Zilean mid, which I almost never play mid, let alone a Zilean mid. But I decided to do it anyways, and the reason I decided to do it is, we have my friends Gunda and Nolan in bot lane together. We have my nephew Kili'i playing up in the top lane as, of course, Nidalee. And we also have a Zac jungle, which, he was alright. He was pretty good. And I apologize if you're getting a little wind background noise right now. Cannot be helped, and I don't know why I'm waiting. I think I'm tabbed out or something. But again, I have the door closed. This is coming right after the Varus recording. I have the door closed, but it's too warm to close down windows some to get the breeze out. So it's going to be a little wind noise here and there. So because I have no bonus armor, and because I'm going in against a Kah'Zix mid, I decided to go cloth armor and 5. And there's another drawback to this build as well. With this Zilean build that I'm using, I'm like all the way down in the utility tree. I think I'm like 921, 921. I have nothing in the offense, so I have no magic penetration at all. However, Kah'Zix did start red pot and health potions, so he doesn't have any extra bonus magic protection other than runes and masteries, whatever he's got there. So like I said, I can't promise that this will be a great game, but in terms of that I never ever play a mid, I can't say I did too badly, especially something like a Zilean. And my CSing is always terrible. I can't help it, it just happens. Pardon me, I needed a drink. So this is my goal, even though I don't have everything I want to face Kah'Zix. I do have a fair amount of mana regen. I think I had almost like 4 mana per second, which isn't too bad, all things considered, as I constantly miss CS, but I'm just trying to harass Kah'Zix with my bombs without running myself out of mana too much as I continue to miss CS. Ah, boy. And Kah'Zix looking to harass me, and I just throw little clockwork gears at him, and then I end up missing 2 more CS. I really hope it doesn't get breezy right now. I really don't want it to. The breeze has been calm, which is why I've chosen to do this now. But the breeze may pick up because of the time of day it is. But again, just trying to harass Kah'Zix with the bombs, chipping them down, trying to get CS, and, at general doing poorly. But still, the Kah'Zix isn't doing a hell of a lot better. He's only got 7 CS as well. But the whole crux behind this build is it's a different take on the Zilean swag build. So if you want to kind of get the idea of what runes and masteries I'm running, then all you need to do is you need to go to YouTube, which you should already be on, as they try and gank me mid, and I managed to get out using my speed. Although I have no mana and almost no health, I did, like I said, I managed to bail out. Oh my, excuse me. I do manage to bail out and avoid the gank, which, I don't know, it seems like at least like to be in my lane a lot, but so be it. But as I was saying, go to YouTube and look up the term Zilean swag. And it's a decent video that somebody put together. And this is a very similar build. This was, the Zilean swag came out before they changed the mastery tree. So I had to shuffle around the points a little bit to get the same basic, thing. And Kah'Zix is just going to hop away. I'm not too worried about it. Oh wow, CS! Imagine that. So yeah, Kah'Zix takes a 10 CS lead on me right now, which isn't too bad. I missed the cannon creep. But Zilean does what Zilean does, and he's really good at, you know, get a few points under your bombs, and he's really good at clearing waves out. And I play like, you know, like I normally try and get CS. Like, I could have gotten that minion there. I should have known better than to do that. But for some reason, these are just things I keep doing. And I went back and I got boots, and you know, Kah'Zix, you know, just returning the lane is, I've already caught up in level 2. I don't know how much of a lead he has on me at level 5. But, you know, there it is, as it is, so. And even though I don't have a ward, as I'm just going to, you know, back up, I'm going to chug a few health potions. Even though I don't have a ward, I'm trying to rely on the fact that I have my speed and I have the cloth armor to help me get out of any gank situations, as I really just want to try and keep Kah'Zix pushed back into his tower. And Kah'Zix just coming back with a long sword, mana potions, and a few health pots. So that's an interesting return from him, considering he was able to drive me out of the lane. Now, I'm playing a little bit more conservative because I don't have much mana and I don't have much health. So I'm trying to hang back a little bit. And I just reached level 6, so I know I have my ulti, so I might want to even just try and bait him in here as we get the gank going. And at this point, believe it or not, I'm actually trying to ulti myself, and I just couldn't, for whatever reason. For whatever reason, I just couldn't get my ulti on, and I was actually pissed. Because if I had landed my ulti, we might have been able to get Kah'Zix. At the very least, I wouldn't have given up a kill. So, yeah, that really ended up screwing me over. But what happens is what happens. I've picked up another cloth armor, and I'm going to pick up a bunch of mana potions, which, in all due honesty, high sight's wasteful. I mean, I could have picked up 1 or 2 mana potions and at least 1 ward, but I didn't, so, never said I was challenger. And Kah'Zix is going to go back. But yeah, the whole point behind the Zilean build, and let me get back on this one for a minute, rather than you just go look it up, is you max out Zilean's advantages in terms of his passive. Oh, somebody's calling me. That's okay. I have an answering service called my wife. And here we go, getting the gank in on Vayne, and even though I put a bomb on her, I really didn't do anything. I got like 1 auto attack and put a bomb on her head, and that was it. I mean, that was pretty much all my nephew there. But still, me coming in like that was enough to put Vayne out of her game and startle her, and allowed for the kill. So I'll consider it good enough. As Kah'Zix wants to steal blue, but just completely misses. So he probably thought that blue was already gone. But, God, let me get back on this. Let me try and finish this off. The whole point behind the Zilean build is to max out with his passive, and that's to max his experience gains. He gets an 8% bonus on experience as his passive. His whole team does, you know, but that includes him. And so you actually use the 3, I think it's 2%, yeah, 2% XP bonus, quint, so you're getting an extra 6% on top of that. And then you go all the way down the utility tree. Actually, damn minion walked too far forward. But yeah, you go all the way down in the utility tree. And I take some rockets, but I get a good bomb off on Zilean's head. But you go all the way down the utility tree for the extra experience, which I think is like another 4% or something like that. You know, in total, you're getting about 18 to 19% extra XP. Static and per, you know, minion kill and whatnot. So even though I've had to leave lane several times, I'm still keeping up with Kah'Zix, even though, I get driven out of lane, because, I'm just strong enough. And in comes the gank, and I actually see Elise go for it, and a nice bomb pop there chunks the two of them. I saw Elise jump up, and I knew she was coming, so that's why I was able to flash as soon as I did, and I got lucky in avoiding her web toss there. So that played out in my favor. If I get caught by that web toss, I'd have died. No questions asked. I could have ultied and maybe survived, but I probably would have ended up dying there. And I'm, again, behind on CS by 15. I'm down a kill. Although I did get an assist, so that helps. Excuse me. That helps a little bit. My drink is beer, by the way. I rarely ever drink any kind of alcohol, so this is a rarity for me today. Yeah, so like I said, it's not the most exciting thing, as I just keep trading with Kah'Zix, and despite his damage and despite me not having bonus armor, I'm able to trade with him effectively. Having the 2 cloth armor, of course, I'm going for the arm guard for the Zhonya's Hourglass, and I forget what I built. I could have gone for an early tier, but I really wanted some survivability versus Kah'Zix, as you can see, who gets driven out of the lane. I wanted that survivability versus Kah'Zix because I didn't have bonus armor in this build. I think I had magic penetration reds, flat mana regeneration yellows, magic resist per level blues, because like I said, I was expecting to be up against an AP, and then experience, 2% experience quints. So yeah, no extra armor in my runes, and I did take a little bit in masteries, but then again, not enough. So I'm confident enough, even though I've got a level on him, I'm going to go back and I'm going to buy what I need. I could have easily stayed in lane, and I probably should have, to be honest, but I want the arm guard. There we go. And I think, yep, there we go. I finally pick up the goddess tier. And look at that. I actually pick up wards. The question is, do I use them? I pick up 2 more health potions to give me 4. And I keep the 2 mana potions I have because, I still have the extra space. And I see Zac and Nidalee dancing around where the blue buff is, and so I want to head up in that direction. And at first I was like, Kah'Zix, he's pushing, but then I see that Kah'Zix actually goes up, so then I decide to follow him. And I'm trying to use my rewind as they actually get Vayne, and they're going to get Nidalee, and then we come in and we start dealing plenty of damage on Kah'Zix, who's forced to flash. And he gets the kill, but he is almost dead. And I want to go after him. I thought I had him. I want to go after him. And I'm trying to speed Nidalee because she's got the best chance of getting him. But, so close. That spear hit. I know that spear hit. But I guess the spear didn't know the spear hit. So I just decided to do double golems, which in hindsight wasn't the best idea. As you can see how long it's taking me to kill this one big golem and how much damage I'm taking. But fortunately, even though she's here, Vayne does not see me and just casually passes by. I was taking a look at their team, and this is the other reason I went the arm guard. I took a look at their team, and they're almost all AD. Their only true magic damage comes from Elise. Otherwise, Nami is nominal because she's going support. Otherwise, it's all about Elise being their only AP damage. So having that extra armor from the arm guard really does help. And delaying out on my goddess tier was really okay in my book. As I'm trying to kill that blue, I don't want to put another bomb on it, even though I could just rewind it. So yes, of course, I max my bombs first, and I'm actually maxing rewind second. I want to try and get max cooldown. You see, max cooldown. Why'd you get max cooldown? Because Zilean's the master of cooldown with his rewind. Yeah, but max cooldown, of course, helps you rewind faster. I think at max level, rewind is 7 seconds. 6 or 7 seconds. I think it's 6 seconds. And when you get max cooldown on it, it's every 4 seconds, which is a huge deal. Because you can constantly just continue to rewind. And you can have your ulti up within, within 1 or 2 minutes to help keep your team alive. And Kah'Zix now has that lead on me, significant in 20 minions. I see Elise up top, and I kind of want to go up there, but I changed my mind. I just want to stay with Kah'Zix as I place the ward down to protect me from an Elise gank if she comes down. And, despite everything going on, I haven't done bad. I've died once, but I've been managing to hold my own against Kah'Zix. I've driven him out of the lane a couple times. I'm staying with him in level despite having to go back early a couple times. And again, he goes after me, and I meant to speed myself up, not slow him down. And I made the mistake, of course, of not trading with him. I didn't double bomb him, which I really should have. I mean, he's got no defense. He's going full offense. So even though I don't have much magic penetration, I still have plenty of magic penetration. And again, I'm not trading with them. I was trading earlier, and I'm not trading now. I'm a little too timid. So that's my mistake, that I should be throwing bombs on him in the big way. And here he comes again, and then I turn and I stand on him. Zach's going to come in with the let's bounce and like completely miss everything, but Elise is almost dead. I come in, I flash trying to get the bomb on Elise. It doesn't happen, so I get the bomb on Kah'Zix, who wants to go for the kill knowing I have my ulti. So this time I don't flub it up and I get my ulti on myself, and I thought him dead, so I sped myself up, but there was no need as Zach gets the kill and I get the assist. And they trade supports down bottom, but it's not going to work out in Graves' favor. Bam, there you go. So our bottom's doing well, our top's doing well, despite being pushed back to the tower. And that kill right there pretty much evened up the lane with Kah'Zix. Again, he does have the CS lead, and even though I didn't get a kill, I have 2 assists now. So it's pretty, it's a lot closer to even. Besides, we're going to hammer on this tower. Now, you may ask yourself, Bugga, why did you just put a bomb on your own minion's head? And, well, the reason for that is real simple. I'm charging the goddess tier. By putting the bomb on my minion's head, it's just another ability. And, there goes Vayne getting the kill up top, getting the shutdown, unfortunately. But whatever happens, happens. And I don't know what Zach was thinking of, that Vayne would stay there. She didn't. She went up into lane. But, what can you do? Like I said, this is not the most exciting, but I wanted to bring it to you because it's me outside of my norm. I'm usually, when on this map, I'm almost always in the jungle, playing one jungler or another. And in this one here, I'm actually playing a mid as Zilean, and I did okay in terms of what I did. It could have been much, much worse. Now, I should have pinged an enemy missing ping there, but I didn't. I pinged a normal ping because I was actually looking for somebody to come and defend my tower. So again, I'm again not used to using those pings. I did pick up, as you can see, I've got a needlessly large rod. I am looking to complete the hourglass. Not sure who's pinging the get back there. I think they're pinging Elise to get back. So while Kah'Zix is top and Elise is top, I'm going to take the advantage and try and push this lane. Which, Zilean may not be great at knocking down towers, but he's good at pushing minion waves. So I'm going to do that. Is again, they're trying to get Elise. I think they're trying to get Kah'Zix. And there we go. There's Elise going down. And Vayne's trying to get back. Looked like Zach did not get knocked down into his passive. So he gets out, and there wasn't much left on the tower, so I managed to pick that off. And I think I want to head bottom at this point and try and help bottom, because despite the fact that bottom has a bit of a lead, I believe, they are constantly pushed to their tower. And I'm going to make a mistake here. As you see, I'm going to go down for the tri-bush, which if I came down through the river, if I had hugged the enemy team side of the river, I would have been able to come in without them seeing me. But instead, I came down the enemy side into the tri-bush, and they knew that I was at least in the area. So, yeah, not much coming out of that, but yeah, you can't have everything. Excuse me, I need a little bit more liquid. So I see Kah'Zix pushing mid lane again, so I'm going to head back there and make sure he doesn't push any further. And actually he doesn't, because I think he's headed bot lane himself. Although my bot lane has a nice ward in the tri and in the middle of the river, so they're going to see him coming and back off really easily. As I'm going to turn this lane around, there you go, Vayne getting knocked down by a gank up top with Zac, and my nephew, dominating the top lane as per the norm. Not very often that my nephew doesn't. Pardon me. Kah'Zix, pretty much Kah'Zix and I are switching lanes. We're switching back and forth at this point. And right there, I was wondering why my team wasn't coming up to help, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just more harassing now. Nami doesn't have much mana, so I can throw out some bombs, get a little damage, force her to use a few spells, maybe drain her mana reservoir to where she won't be as useful. I want to head back here, of course, and I think I'm going to finish up the hourglass. Nope. I guess I didn't have enough. I did pick up my CDR boots. I want to build, even though most of their team is AD, I'm looking to build the very simple combo for max cooldown reduction in 2 items. And that's the Ionian boots and the chalice. The unholy grail, actually. I just call it the chalice. But those 2 items together is 39% cooldown reduction. That's pretty much maximum. I mean, I know the maximum is 40, but that's pretty close to maximum. And you see the damage I take there, I manage actually to trade even, or maybe even a little bit ahead, because I think Kah'Zix has more health than I do. So I managed to actually trade a little bit ahead of Kah'Zix in terms of what we do to each other there. But the reality is Zilean's basically a 2-hit. 1 bomb, rewind, another bomb, and then that's it. You're done until your rewind or your bomb comes back up, or both. So now I'm pretty sure I have enough for the hourglass, and that's why I'm going back rather than pushing the lane back. Which, in hindsight, I should have just pushed the lane back and then come back. Nope, I don't even get the hourglass. I buy a fairy charm. I don't know what the hell I'm doing at this point, but whatever I'm doing it. I'm really trying to get max CDR in Zilean because of how effective it is. That's just how it is with me when I play most casters, is I want that CDR maxed out as fast as possible. I don't always go for it, but most of the time. Most of the time, it's what I go for. I'm at the point where 1 bomb can clear the back line in most occasions. Maybe not always, but most times. So again, I'm pushing back lanes, and I'm trying to roam a little bit. I think they're pinging that I'm actually missing, although they're using the wrong ping. And this time, they don't have a ward, but when I go in, there's only Sona. So it was much more of just a drive-out tactic. To drive them back off the tower, to keep them from pushing it while Caitlyn wasn't there. Yeah, not much going on right now. We do have a nice lead at 13-7. We've got 2 towers to their 1, including the mid tower. So with the mid tower and top tower, we've kind of have control of this area of the map over here. We have control up to the tier 2 towers, all the way, of course our side, but I'm talking their side, so from Baron to the tier 2s in the top, this is our area right now without wards. If they don't ward in here, because, you know, they are missing the towers. And I'm getting redundant at this point. I need to stop that. So again, I just pop back, and even though I'm following me, I don't know what I have. Yeah, there we go, the Chalice of Harmony. Again, the magic resist is redundant on it, and the extra magic regen coupled with the CDR that comes with it is what I'm looking for. And I do finally finish up the Hourglass, which I should have finished a long time ago. Again, this poor building decision on my part. Like I said, I'm not Challenger, I'm not Diamond, Platinum, I'm not even Gold. And this season, I'm not even Silver. I'm, you know, in Bronze 2, and I just decided to give up on Ranked. I might be able to at least make Silver, but I'm tired of the toxicity of the game as a whole. So, Nami going down to Caitlyn as I'm trying to sneak through the bush in case they decide to stay, but they actually didn't, as Zac chases them up the lane, maybe a little bit too far. And so, again, objective-minded, going for the tower and taking that down. So now we own pretty much all of this area right here. As long as they're not warding in this jungle, this is all of our map right here. I'm looking to try and get some bombs up on Elise's head, but nope. And it looks like, yeah, we're pretty much going to take this tower as well. So, yeah, 2 towers going down in the bot lane, giving us a 4-0 tower lead. I think I said that they had 1 tower last time, and yeah, that wasn't true. They got no towers. And we also have 7 kills over them. We've got a almost 7,000 gold lead. Or, yeah, more of a 6,000 gold lead. I apologize. We got a 6,000 gold lead. We got a 4-0 tower advantage. This has really become our game to lose. You know, we could throw it away, and then that would be it. And there is a shutdown on Vayne for Nidalee, but my nephew on Nidalee does get the kill back. And just clearing up wraiths here is, unfortunately, that wraith moved outside of my, yeah, I didn't need to bomb that. But yeah, that wraith moved outside of my range. And again, I'm going to come to protect my tower. And then I notice, oh shit, everyone's here. Well, not everyone, but 3 of the enemy team shows up. And they're trying to push my tower now. They really want this tower. And here comes Zac. Boom, just right into the middle of them. This is actually a really good play on Zac's part, because you see the damage he puts out. And then Caitlyn comes in and just, the damage. And out of all that, I didn't get a kill, man. What can I say? I got 2 assists. But then I guess that's what Zilean's about. You know, he is considered a support, even though you can play him as kind of an AP mid. But, you know, much like Karma used to be, in the very rare times that you see her played as an AP mid, she became more of a tanky support AP that had the potential to do some burst damage. And that's where Zilean sits when you play him mid. He has kill potential, depending. I apologize, I had to sneeze. He has kill potential, but for the most part, you're going to just be there to throw out some damage and support with your ulti and your speed up or your speed down, depending on if you cast it on a friend or foe. And Zac just going balls deep and just look at the damage that, you know, Zac can throw out. And then the Sona ulti, and there goes the tower. And Caitlyn gets the Kha'Zix as well, so we get 2 of them. And now there's no way they can contest us on this tower, as we're 5 strong, as Zac comes in to get, yep, there we go, to get Elise, and ends up being picked up by my nephew. And of course, that's going to leave us pretty much unchallenged for their inhibitor. You know, we're able to freely push like this. We're 21-8. They really can't stand against us anymore. Unless we were to make a few really major mistakes, we've pretty much sewn this game up. It's said, done, and over.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I'm sorry I missed that. I got a little bit distracted. Somebody brought a package in for me. So I'm going to back it up here just a little bit where I teleport back. Please forgive me and bear with me on this one. And Caitlyn going up, having that major speed boost on me as I don't hurry to lane, going up against Vayne to stop Vayne from pushing even though she gets the tower. And she's going to be duking it out. And then I realize Caitlyn's in trouble. So I quickly pop my ulti on her, and it amazes me. It truly amazes me how many people see the Zilean ult go up but continue to beat on the person that has it. Anytime I see a Zilean ult go on someone, I immediately stop attacking that person and try to let the ult run out. Now, yeah, we have the suspicion that they're trying to do Baron. And I don't know what I can do. Kah'Zix is low, and Elise is there, and I realize that they're doing it, but they're not doing it very fast. So I pop in a couple bombs on Graves, and I manage to back away, and Kah'Zix gets executed. And then Graves got all that damage on him, and he flashes and all that, but that's not going to be enough, as I'll actually pick up the kill on him. And then Nami gets taken out as well. And Elise is going to have to use everything. I believe she used Flash and her Repel trying to get away. And as you can imagine, that's pretty much going to spell the end of everything for the enemy team. They went for a Desperation Baron as the ace in the hole picks up Elise. They went for the Desperation Baron. They went for it without Vayne. And they paid for it more or less. Now I'm trying to speed Zach up so he can help get Vayne, but it's not going to happen. And with them down on a failed Baron attempt, Kah'Zix got executed, and Graves, I ended up getting him killed with the bomb. They're just not going to be able to stop us. As the fight goes on, you can see, even playing Zilean, I'm trying to stay focused on the Nexus. I do finally decide to join into the fight, which I probably should have done earlier. Bombs everywhere, and Zach's going to get a little too close, and he's going to get taken out. But, you know, with only Kah'Zix left, and he's going to go after Sona, but there's so much damage on Caitlyn. And then Elise as well, and it's just not going to be enough at this point. And there we go. We're going to finish out the Nexus. So I didn't do all that great, but I didn't do terrible too. 2 kills, 9 assists, 1 death, 147 CS to 152 on a 4, 6, and 0 Kah'Zix. Not bad for not having bonus armor and for never playing mid, but then again, it's not exactly Challenger, Diamond, Platinum, Gold, or Silver level, is it? No, it was just a normal game. I think it was, yeah, it was a normal draft. 29 kills to 10, 50,000 gold to 38.9, so 40,000 gold. We'll say we'll have a 10k gold lead, 9 towers to 3. Yeah, we just snowballed it, and Desperation, as I said, took over. They tried to take a desperate Baron, and they failed, and that ultimately proved to be their demise, as it allowed us to push down the mid and take their Nexus. So I hope you've enjoyed this kind of break away from my normal gameplay. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, folks, this is One Big Bugger signing out. And if you hit that like button, the only thing I'd ever say is, I knew you'd do that. I'll see you then.